Hello and welcome to Monday Morning with Megan on the From Impossible to Inevitable podcast. I am so glad that you pushed play on today's episode and that this message is part of your week. Today, I have a quote for you from good old Walt Disney. He said, "The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing." Goodness. Why do we even need that? Why is that so motivational? Why does that even need to be said? But it does, right? It needs to be said. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. I could have spent the last 2 years talking about this great podcast that I was going to start, and I was going to put it on YouTube, and I was going to put it on the podcast platforms, and then maybe I would even start a Monday morning section. Maybe I would do this, maybe I would do that. That is of no value to anyone. That makes no difference to anyone, not even to me. It actually even hurts me because I would spend all of this time talking about this thing that I was one day going to do but wasn't actually doing. And then I'd just feel bad about myself. And eventually I would stop talking about it because I would feel so bad about it. But I only talked about it for a little bit. Really. If you asked Jake or anybody in my circle, I only talked about it for a little bit. I marinated on it for several months before I even said anything. And then I was like, you know what? If I start talking about this thing, boy, howdy, I'm going to do it. And for most people in my life, it was, oh, I started a podcast. For most people in my life, I didn't even talk about it. I just did the thing. However, we fall in this talk about trap a lot because it's easier to do. And sometimes it's valuable to talk about it because you're processing through, is this something I really want to do? Is this something that whatever? So sometimes talking about it means processing through, and that can be valuable. But if you already know that this is something that's meant for you, that this is something that you need to do, if you already know that, the endless talking is detrimental because it's just in the way and you just need to start. And sometimes starting looks like a Google search. Sometimes starting looks like asking questions. Sometimes starting looks like writing down ideas, getting everything from your brain out, and that is a start. Sometimes those aren't like real impactful starts, but they are a low-hanging fruit start that you kind of need to do anyway. But the real power is getting your feet wet and doing the thing, whatever it is. So think about your week. If you are listening to this on a Monday morning, as was intended, think about your week. Think about what it is that you really want to accomplish this week. And maybe resolve to make a big start on that today. Maybe make a big dent in that today and let that momentum carry you through the week. Don't talk about it. Maybe if you got to talk about it, it's like, hey, I'm doing this thing. I need an hour, okay? Make that conversation and then do the thing. Put the rubber to the road and do the thing. Just to remind you what Walt Disney said, the way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Start doing. That's what I've got for you today. Start doing whatever it is. Start doing. And you'll feel so good when you do. I promise you will. You'll feel like, yes, I did the thing, and you'll feel great. Okay? I send you my love. I hope you have the best week. Remember, if you haven't subscribed to my newsletter, subscribe, and I will pop into your inbox every Wednesday. So you can find me on the podcast platform or on YouTube, wherever you listen, on Friday and Monday, and then I'll be on your inbox on Wednesday, and it's so exciting. Okay, I love you. We'll chat with you next time. Bye for now.